First, today we discussed in depth regarding that issue was there regarding Midland Colony. See, Midland Colony consists of a formation of 3 wards. Ward number 9, I think ward number 16 and 17. 14 also. 14. So there are multiple wards regarding Midland Colony. And there was an issue came out in the paper regarding the GMS and a health center that was supposed to be established there at GMS premises. We understand that whatever took place in the social media regarding Midland Colony Council, which is the utmost concern for DUCCF. Why? Because DUCCF is an apex body of all the colony council that is under 23 wards. That consists of 97 colonies. So here we have discussed, we have got our Midland Colony chairman with us also. So on this issue, we would like to give a clarification from the office of the DUCCF with our executive members that any organization has rights to voice, but should be consulted with the respective organization before taking any decisions. So that is why it's difficult for Midland Colony Council right now. Why? Because there is already a dispute among them, which everybody knows, and we will not name, but then we are hoping that DUCCF, being the apex body, we try to solve, bring back unity, and bring back peace among the council itself. So now there are some few things that we would like to also share. We have given this concerned matter to our vice president.
No, you just continue this.
Yeah. But then I'll just supplement to it, since I'm saying about this issue. See, Midland Colony Council, whatever internal issues they have, it's on Midland Colony Council to solve it. But if a council has a difficulty among themselves, then DUCCF will intervene and is intervening so that there will be peace among themselves. So now we have had a meeting with the Midland Colony Council, and they have agreed that they will have a general meeting and they will solve the issues as soon as possible by December. So that we wanted to let the Midland Colony Council leaders, elders, residents to know that they should do it peacefully and according to the norms of the Colony Council that the DUCCF has resolved and given it to them. So that is one agenda that we have discussed today. The main agenda here, today's discussion is, there are lots, so we'd like to stress upon RSF. It's called the Residential Sanitation Fund. Fees, okay. So on RSF, we had a meeting with our DMC councillors, with the CEO of DMC, with the GBs together. And we have, today's meeting, we have discussed that we agree to the text, but what we have discussed is that the DMC councillors has told us that around 14 to 15 lakhs goes only for fuel expenditures for the tractors and dumpers of collection of the sanitation. So that is up to the department to look into it. That has nothing to do with the DUCCF or the GBs. But our concern is the collection of the RSF. Our members here, we have decided that we'll go for further consultation, and only after that we will consult our members in depth properly, because Our executive members will have to consult with all the colony chairmen and colony councils. Then we will able to understand whether the RSF fee is suitable or not. That is what we have decided. And the other agenda was regarding the road from Dalai Junction to Tragopan Junction. So the road has been kept pending for quite some time, in which we know because of this festive season, it has just started within few days back. It was supposed to be completed on the month of December last year, 2023, as according to the meeting that was held at DC's office, DC's conference hall. DUCCF was being a part there. Then we had some urban areas leaders also, especially Reland Village Council was there. And through negotiation, this work started, but it stopped. Now they have started. DUCCF is very thankful and grateful to the 21 Colony Council, which from that stretch goes to the Hotel Tragopan. So we give our acknowledgement and appreciation to the 21 Council. They have really pressured the department, might as well as the administration, to start with the work. So we are keeping in constant touch regarding this matter, and we hope that the contractor will do this construction in the required time frame. I'll just go ahead. And the third question, the third agenda that we are having is regarding, we have decided that we will give an RTI to the DMC department. We will also submit an RTI for urban department and an RTI for the multidisciplinary state stadium. So the 3 RTIs will be filed from the office of the DUCCF. So those were done because of the concern that we have. Discussions were done for the
regarding the NLTP.
Lastly, I would like to state about the Nagaland Liquor Total Prohibition Act. This is a story that's been going on for quite some time, and DUCCF was given full endorsement from the Naga Council and the civil societies back in 2023. We have submitted a representation to the government on joint efforts with all the CSOs of Dimapur, and there was a cabinet meeting. All of us we know, but there was no decision taken. As we all know that this NLTP issue is nothing personal to any one of us. It was just given responsibility to the DUCCF to do the research. Since as colony chairmen, as colony leaders and elders, we know what is going on with this NLTP issue for the district of Dimapur under the urban area. So we did our researches, and conclusively we submitted the representation with all facts and figures to our government. So till today, there is no positive outcome even after the cabinet meeting. Whether we are, as citizens, we would like to question our government also, whether they are willing to lift the NLTP or not lift. They should give a concrete answer to it, and to let the citizens know that if they are banning NLTP, if they are, the act is to be taken place, then they should strictly follow it. If not, then the DUCCF have already given its representation with all the CSOs of Dimapur that it should be lifted. So on NLTP issue, we appeal to the government the gentle reminder that to look into the matter, because we know our festive season is going to start from December 1 and so on. And there is going to be a partial lifting very soon, that we all know. Whether partial lifting or not, last year we came to know that there was initial partial lifting. So likewise, they should make a decision of this NLTP issue. So these are the things that we have discussed, And lastly, I would like to say that the DUCCF stands with the all Kohima Municipal Ward Panchayat and all Ward Union Mokochung Town regarding their press release that they have given against the cabinet decision on 11th of July 2024 regarding the issue of self-style ward chairmen and GBs who are self-style working as councillors. I don't think any GB or chairman is working as councillors. So we are against that cabinet decision that has taken place on 11th of July 2024. We believe that chairman and GBs coexist together with our government. And we have never taken advantage. We have voiced, and whatever the government directs us, we work together. So now we know whatever is happening right now as the decision has taken place, but we are against this decision and we stand in solidarity with the two unions of Kohima and Mokochung. This internal issue of theirs, it's them to solve with the concerned department. Okay, we will not involve in these issues. But our concern is about their colony because of these matters. Their colony has broken into two. So our concern is we don't want their colony to be divided into two. So these are the concern matters that we are trying to solve for the Midland Colony Council. The rest into this issue regarding GMS and the health primary center which is there, regarding that we will not comment on it because that belongs to their issue.
Sir, that is the question though.
Yes.
Only answer the issue is it primary health center GMS may set up Purabra. It is Chamela Oragina. It is Midland Council with Wishibano. Apni Yavli clearly Widish Midland Council Matuti internally solved for it. But it doesn't Matuti Council with Wilusha. So it is DUCCF who see intervene with a settled political on.
Thank you for the question. This is exactly what we are trying right now. Because there is divided, we want peace, unity and tranquility to be among the DUCCF perimeter. So we are already on the process. Our chairman is with us, Midland Colony. So we will make sure that whatever decision from the office and the executive, that the Midland Colony Council also, they have agreed to go according to whatever decision we have given. In fact, we have given some few points to the leaders of Midland Colony. We have already resolved and we have given them. One is that any colony council under urban, there is some few patterns that we would like to say. We cannot, any individual or groups cannot call a general meeting. It goes under some procedure. The office bearers and the executive, they have a meeting and they decide whether there will be a general meeting or not. So that according to that, whatever they have this audit or they have this transaction to be done, that is done after that meeting is concluded. But in this issue, because of these internal issues, they have a division among them. So that we discuss in depth and we make sure that these things will be resolved as soon as possible.
But sir, as a apex body, DUCCF, do you agree that applicant is a primary health center at the school attached to what it no ke Pachakan school ki loyase tadi dispensary ka health center lagaina Pachakan ke ido bimar khan bhi lagi pare dispensary de to ido health center to applicant section ko ekta site attached laga to be no na to DUCCF prabhuti ko hai.
Yeah, okay, on this question, I have earlier said that is under the prerogative of the Midland Colony Council to discuss with the department, okay. So on that I will not further comment more. Why? Because I have already said that reply on that question.
Now, sir, you have clearly stated that American DMC, urban development, and multidisciplinary sports complex related to RTL amount. That's very clear. But DMC or urban context, sir, can you kindly highlight few? Why?
Okay. Regarding DMC, it will be mainly because of the amount of workers that are working in the department. As we come to know, we studied and we come to observe that there's around 400 plus workers who are drawing their salaries. And we have observed that hardly 200 reaches the office and working. It's a grave concern, not only for the people of the members of the DUCCF, but the entire people under urban who is under municipality. So that I think it's our right that we should file an RTI and find out the truth, what is happening inside the department itself. We want to see. So that is why we have taken the decision that we will file an RTI regarding this issue.
Urban, sir?
And urban is very interesting, as we all know. For the past few decades, DUCCF chairman laga body ase. Ato ami khan sob jani ase. Ami khan chairman ite kiman ase development aha laga to urban department ra aha laga to ami khan to na jane. Komti paine bishi paibe na jane itu karone ami khan bi tate RTI lagai kene check koribo. Development to aya ase ne nai mohan Dimapur urban area itu nimite ami khan. Yes. Pardon? Very soon. This was the discussion done today itself. So maybe it may take around 3 to 4 working days, and we will submit the RTA soon.
The question is with regards to the sanitation fees, residential sanitation fees.
Yes.
I believe a few days back.
Yes.
You mentioned you had a meeting.
Yes.
So what was the revised rate? What was the previous rate?
Sure.
Thank you. Last 2-3 days big tea. DMC ko amkan chairman aru kamra khan sabke RSF fee revise kubo goina amkan ge matisile. So amkan tati jaisile takhan goise RSF fees to RSF means residential sanitation tax takshe pehla to hole bi SF hoigena fees kudise takhan. To takhan 100 rupees enhance kubo goisile. O amikhan ge to takhan etu agenda le kurche amikhan truly more than 2 hours amikhan discuss kurche de. Etu discuss kurche kun manu bi mana nai to bishi ase ki goise. Takhan tate bishi henten kurigena ki kurche koleni manu bishi manu khan to mana nai to kata to. Etu bishi ase. See, last 4 or 5 years to 40 rupees per ekdam normal per amikhan koleni sob etu RSF la to sob normal per chalai ke na ase de. Holi bi इतना तो आरो 60 रुपीस हो जैसे तखन लोग दिन आगे दे 60 रुपीस होता है दिशे और इनका हो गया ना मन दिन हो गया ना आगो 100 होता वो कुछ नहीं तो हम खान इतना ना माने हम खान कौन भी इतना तो एक्सेप्ट करा नहीं बोली भी लास्ट दी हमें डायरेक्ट कोई दिबो तो DMC ला CEO पर कंक्लूजन कथा कोई से दे हम खान सब मानो कोई से सब निजरा भावना कोई से इतना तो मानो विषय है निजो घोड़ी जाएगा ना कौन बा मंथली 40 rupees भी दिबोले ना परा मानो विशेष है बोले भी ताकन 60 हो जाए तो भी कोनो रकम आमी खान जमा करी के ना उठाई के ना तो ताकन के DMC खान के जमा कर दे तो जे 100 rupees होली तो कौन दिबोले पारबो तो कौन बा मानो तो दिबोले पारबो बोला होले भी विश्व मानो दिबोले ना पारे विश्व दिक्तर पाए से तो मानो खान इनका होई के ना आमी खान ट्रूली आगे दी गोन से 2 hours से आमी खान डिस्कस करूसले तो लास्ट DMC ला CEO परा आमी खान के नोकोली भी आमी खान ऑर्डर दिबोले पारेबो इतो कारणे आमी खान तो 100 रुपीस एनहांस करा जाबो आमी खान तो की आसे चेयरमैन एकता आसे जीबी एकता आसे कॉलोनी पर आमी खान के एले कुरिगेना पता आसे तो মই खान कॉलोनी मानु निमिते आइगेना ताति खरा आसे आमी खान के नोली किले इतो मीटिंग मातिसे ताइ इनगा ताइ दिबो बोले पहिला बडा ऑर्डर दि दिबना ऑर्डर निदिगेना গৈ আছে আৰু আমি কি মিটিং কৰি আমি লগা ভাৱনাটো কি আছে তাই চব শুনি লৈছে মানুহ কোনটো মানা নাই লাষ্ট দি কৈছে আমি তুমি কি নকৰিলে আমি অৰ্ডাৰ ওলাবলৈ দিব ইটোতো আমি কি ইনষ্টল কৰিছোঁ ডিমাপুৰ পাব্লিক কি ইনষ্টল কৰি আছে এইটো ডিমাপুৰ DMC এইটো আৰবাৰ লগত ভিতৰতে থকা চব কি ইনষ্টল কৰি আছে ইটোতো নিম নহয়তো আৰে আমি ইটোতো ফ্ৰী ছাৰ্ভিচ আছে আমি GP এইটো আৰু চেয়াৰমেনখনটো আমি কি ইমান লৈ কেনে ইমান দিনভৰ ৰাখি 2-3 hours ডিছকাশ্যন কৰিবলৈ দি কেনে মই কি ইনষ্টল কৰাটো ডিমাপুৰ মন কি ইনষ্টল কৰি আছে দেই এইটোতো বেছি নিম্বি আছে আমি এইটোতো আমি অন বিহাফ অফ DFC ইটোতো আমি বেছি মন বেয়া পাইছে গামৰাখান বি ইটোতো বেয়া পাইছে আমি কি তাইক লেটাৰ ভাল হ'লেবি ছোট হ'লেবি ডাঙৰ হ'লেবি কলনি একটা পৰা আমি কি এলেক্ট কৰি কিনে আছে তো আমি কি তাতে মাতি কেনে লাষ্ট দিন তাই লাভ খুচি পৰা এইটোতো আমি লাভ খুচি আছে তো কেলে আমি কি মাতিছে তাই তো আমি এইটোতো কুৱেশ্যন কৰি আছে তাকে এনেকুৱাতো নচলাব লাগে তাই ডিমাপুৰ পাব্লিক কি ইনষ্টল কৰি আছে ইন ফিউচাৰটো এনেকুৱা কথাটো নক'ব লাগে কৈ কিনে আমি লগা চাইড পৰা এইটো কথা কৈ দি আছোঁ থেংক ইউ
So, itu nakar record Dimapur Municipal Area Ward 23 colony sab the DMC ka sanitation chama hore bola hai kaspi ite to sir complaint bishay ase colony gura ki hafta de 2 bar bhi nahe aro so manor ende colony nagaland sanitation fees diya ase through the council so itu laka opor sir apni kan ki koy ekta point second point is sir এতিয়া পাবলিক খান বেশি ওলাই আছে হয় মার্কেটিং ইজ নট আন্ডার ডিএমসিসি বলবে মার্কেট সব ডিএমসি পৰা ক্রিসমাস স্টার কালেকশন কালেক্ট করে বেশি লোক পায় তো আজ আ কাউন্সিল সিটিজেন ডিএমসিসি পড়বে এটা সব লাগা উপরে কি কয়
আচ্ছা সবে তো মই বি তো দেখি আছে ওইলো তো আমি উঠনি কোৱা নিচিনা নৰ্মাল পৰা এইটো sanitation laga gari kan bhi normal para ahi actually de bole ami khan to bhabise notun councilor ahile ami khan aram para dimapur bishi bahal hoi gele jabo neki bhabe asile RSF laga fees tu ki diya ase continue to diya ase ami laga bhabna to kun bhi nahi dia bola bole bhi tu ki ho ase na jane ami khan bhi to bujna pae itu poila 2 bar 3 bar gare aha thaka jaga de to ekta nohile 2 da gare agina complaint bishi ahi thake তো এইটোতো তাৰ ভিতৰটো কি আছে আমি ক'বলৈ আমি এইটোতো ছাৰপ্ৰাইজ হৈ আছে ভাল ডিমাপুৰটো অলপ ভাল আহিব নে কি ভাবে আছিলোঁ হ'লে বি এতিয়া বিয়া বেহ আছে আৰু ৰিগাৰ্ডিং দ্য ৰেট চাবি মই বি এইটো কেনেকুৱা কৰি কিনে চেজ লাইক অফ দ্য এনেই আমি ডেইলি নিডছ টমেটো নহ'লে বি এইটো পটেটো টমেটোৰ এতিয়া ছিজন নহয় আজিকালি ছিজন আছে DMC rate di 80 rupees per kg. To unseason di kiman hoy jabole ase ami asurit lagi ase itu to. Itu parai ami public khan ge bi go ase manu ami naga manu to agite gobole manu nai je manu ha piche di backbiting gurbole manu bishi thake. Oli bi ami public khan bi ami lare ki ase bahar di ulabo lage kotha koi kena ulabo lage. মানুহ পৰা লিডাৰ খান পৰা খুশি কৰিবলৈ নিদিব লাগে ৰেটটো কি আছে একটা তাই খান লয় এইটোতো আমি মাৰ্কেট দোকানদাৰ খান পৰা তাই খান খুশি পৰা ওলোৱা নহয় DMC লগা চাৰ্ট আজি লগা চাৰ্ট দিবি টমেটোটো 80 rupees per kg আছে এইটোতো বেছি হাই ৰেট আছে এইটো পৰা আমি পাব্লিক খান বি চব ঘৰতি যায় এইটোতো ডেইলি নিডছ আছে এইটো পৰা ৰেট খান হ'লে বি কি হ'লে বি বেছি হাই বোলে আমি বি পাব্লিক খান বি আমি চেয়ারম্যান গমরা খান লোক মিলি কেনে কি পাব্লিক অপরটি আমি লা রাইট থাকলে মিলি কেনে আগে যাইলে আমি ডিমাপুর মানুষ কারণে বি ভাল হব আমি পাব্লিক কারণে বি ভাল হব কিনা আপনি লাগাতে আমি রিপ্লাই দিয়ে আছে থ্যাংক ইউ
See, regarding tax, it's not only DUCCF. The entire public is fed up. Okay? We don't need to mention it. We know what is going on with this tax issue. We are so fed up. Now, concerned department, DMC, with the new councillors, we wish them all the best for development purpose, for any kind of, work for the public. But I think there's somewhere down the line, which some question has been put up regarding the Christmas star. And it's going on in social media. The rate is, I think, 300 rupees. So that star 300 rupees is too high. So that's why all the people in the social media are talking about it. So a respected department, DMC, with its councillors, I think they have to make right decisions. Because DUCCF is an NGO, okay. We are waiting and hoping that the DMC will do something good. DMC will bring, the councillors will bring development, the council will bring something new changes. But if they are working like this, the public's mandate, the public's confidence will go low. So that I think the municipally councillors should, I don't mean the entire councillors, but the councillors who are dealing with this Christmas star, they should try to change the rate of the star is too high. This decision of lifting, a partial lifting for the NLTP Act, the decision was taken at the conference hall of Naga Council with all the stakeholders. It was not only DUCC that had made the decision. We understand the Department of Excise is doing the best. We have seen time and again, there are a lot of raids going on also. And it's continuing, the raid is going, again it's continuing, the selling is continuing. So how long the DUCC will continue to do their duties to stop selling of alcohol? Where we know that consumption of alcohol and this consumption of alcohol, the act itself, it's not applicable for the state of Nagaland. We see it, we have to study it very centrally. We understand, we don't want to touch this subject because many of us we know, even for a cabinet or for any individuals, touching NLTP is like touching a cactus. Okay. Then we know who are going to come, who are going to voice out, we know it. Will it be Dimapur karne to INSI sabi na? Practical kiniga Dimapur chile ase to NLTP issue to so public jani ase. Ami khan DUCC pura itu concern matter to ami khan ke take up kuribi kokina civil societies kan pura ami khan itu take up kuri ase to. So to karne ami khan laga itu act to Dimapur district karne to it's not possible. You see the practical view. It's already a 3-decade-old issue. And during the 3 decades back, that this issue was in the primary stage, in the genesis stage. Itu time itu the problem to it could tackle it. But now things has changed. I think we have to accept reality. Then rather than we live in a hypocritic way of living. Because we can see a lot of hypocrisy going on with this NLTP Act issue. So that's why the answer to your question is that NLTP is something which is not working in Dimapur district. That is the voice of the DUCC. It's not working.
So the government's response to this is?
They should study it properly, and if we have voiced out to lift it up, and they should take a bold decision. It's depend upon the government. We have given our views and ideas. We are not the government to say we will lift it up. It's upon the government now. See, we all know DUCCF works as a colony council. We have our own frame. Yes, the question of tax is there for business matters. We have DCCI, then we have a Business Association of Nagaland, Dimapur district. We have CNCCI, the central. So these bodies are there for the business problems and tax problems. But when it comes to colony, it comes to tax means the colony council decides or makes any decision, that is a different issue. But regarding tax issue, like you have mentioned, every organization is having their own laws and bylaws to look into it. Okay, so regarding underground tax issue, we all know, we don't have to mention about it. So that's it. We do not deal with these issues much regarding this business tax, okay?
Itulah mirror de, ami ulap koi diwo. Ami kan last time 21 councils, chairman, itu urban iklan hoy gina rural area labi thakise. Any order one DC ki lok pai gina, then this ultimatum dishe. To ultimatum dia sab lokhi gina, ami kan checking jaisle, takan kam do shuru kuri ase pora do. Only be idia question raise kora nishina, drainage laga, side drain laga, pani kan thaka laga do. Itu labi mugan ekdam urgent pra idia guru ko lagi kushe, only be takan loyal station phale poila. Beshi biya ase itu jaga holo kurigina ahigina zero Dalai Gate pra start kurigina jabona kuina ase to ide rate so far positive ase mogan bi checking jai ase mogan bi follow up kuri ase itu ase.
See, we all of us has are active in social media. Man jane ase man sai ase. MRP nathaka lado, it has been happening for quite some time, and I think it's high time responsible organizations and DMC department also should sit down together and work this out. We understand that that will not be the subject of the issue being appropriate to touch, but it was untouched for quite some time. So that's why they have taken the responsibility to touch. So on that ground, the issue has also done a good research on it. I am not saying that we support them. We support them on this issue, but I only suggest that they have taken up this matter because it was a concerned matter which was kept untouched for quite some time. So I believe this MRP issue, the DMC, the DCCI, and the business organizations should sit down together and fix the rates. It's high time. This food safety measures regarding it, I am not very sure how our colony chairmen from that respective areas will look into it. But I'm definitely sure from the office of the DUCCF, we make sure that visitors coming from outside and having the time spent in all these carnivals will inform all the chairmen that food standards should be maintained. So that part from the DUCCF we can play a role by informing all the chairmen to make sure that there is food safety for people who are coming from outside. So that, okay.
Last, I want to request to the state government of Nagaland na. Ami khan Dimapur karne ekta request ko bole mon ase. Grand in 8 ahato ami khan DMC khan ke dibo lage to. Ami laga bhabna to DMC khan ke dile ami khan laga to sabji khan la rate bhi down ho jabo neki government bara olop pe grand in 8 agina saile. Aru especially ami khan Dimapur bhi Nagaland ase de. Sob koe gate boy of Nagaland. Ole bhi rasta to sabi. Moi khan Dimapur phani bhi olop government ke request kura che. Dimapur khan bhi ami khan Dimapurian khan bhi olop morom kurle bal. Apni khan sob jane ase bahar manu khan aha khan bhi sob dikhe ase. Dimapur la rasta to tabi lobole man nai. Aru ami khan Dimapur di concern duita MLA ase tai khan tujini bhi request kura che. Dimapur karne khara korte kina Dimapur bhal kurubole di kina tai khan age di ja time dikin ka Dimapur karne concern hui kina aise itu nishina age di bhi Dimapur karne public to ki lage rasta lage light lage duita lage to right ami khan state government ke request kura che Dimapur phani olop sai digina ami khan Dimapur ki bhi na pahori kina Dimapur di bhi olop develop kodile bhal ase koi kina ami on behalf of DUCCF para state government ke request kura che. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely we support. That was a request by our MLA, Sir Matushi. That's a very good idea that he has put forward to the government and appeal. The answer to your question is that Dimapur has been failing regarding development. That is why we are planning to put an RTI to the urban department and try to find out what are the works that is going to take place. The files, I think, which are submitted to the department, maybe from 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, whether they are taking up these matters or not, whether development is coming or not. to our district. So that is why we want to put an RTI and find out, is Dimapur seriously neglected? We want to know. And as far as the chairman here is concerned, from all 23 wards, we know that there is no development. There is a chairman here from Mdsc colony. In his colony itself, see, there's a stretch of road, the blacktopping was done by the residents itself, collecting of funds from themselves and then constructing the blacktopping. So there are so many things, development done by the chairman and colony council itself for development wise. So we are not seeing that urban department is intervening and doing the needful by giving us developments. Mati, there are lots of land. The road belongs to the government. There are lots of land that can be developed. There are so many offices in the district of Dimapur. In fact, Dimapur is the fastest growing city of Nagaland. We know, but it has been neglected. Let us be sure. Every one of us knows that because of this festive season that is on the corner, it's only because of that there are some few developments that is occurring, road repairing and construction. Otherwise, we have kept unattended for quite some time. So we are trying to voice.
So regarding to drugs law, every colony chairman GVS. To Nijo colony drugs addict thakibi, ki thakibi, I mean, Nijo colony to drug addict can control kurubale, to ahibole nidigina, nidibole garden, I mean, to pushes kurigina, bon kurase. To Ekta chairman Barasop colony Sabul Naparai to do. To Nijo colony to Kun chairman asset, Tapara Nijo colony to Thai control kurigina, to drug addict can bon kurubale, pushes kurasneki, going up the law question to reply there.
See, earlier we had a discussion regarding this issue. Drugs, we know war on drugs has the department, the police department is also trying to level best. That is for people who are selling of drugs, drug lords, they are selling drugs. Those things they are tackling it. But the users, abusers, main part. DUCC also had a meeting regarding this issue. We're going to discuss with many NGOs or maybe orphanages, and we're going to see, we're going to seek help and work together inclusively, because drugs is a very wide problem. If drugs continues to multiply, there are going to be theft, there are going to be a lot of issues, illegal activities. So that's why DUCC itself cannot able to manage that. It has to be an inclusive of all the churches or either rehabilitation centers, other NGOs working together. So on this issue for DUC, like our chairman has said, we, Colony Council, are all aware of it, but this has to be worked inclusively with the other bodies together. Yeah.
I'm going to present the supplement. It is drugs laga sabe. Ki karne amikan NLTP Act Dimapur town laga do hadai dibe. Eto lift kori dibe. Kale Dimapur district karne ami demand kori je. Ki karne ase. Boila drugs to tam kumti thake je. Mutu kani bishi thake je tam do. Do kumti tam bara khai kane ja drugs kha manu kan do hazar laga hole bhi takar je to ginju guna khabole to hoi jai. Amikan Dimapur de enaka hoi jai. Eja American, do German coalition, American Niger colony to American control. See, American civil society do American public carne Korea said, yet civil society can American laga benefit economy. American do bed pantigina, couple of bed pantigina, American public carne come Korea said. Eja regarding the NLTV Act. Amiga person member for Prapoje. Amiga laga festive season Punchije, Christmas Punchije. Jagana Lauri Chande Jagana Sabido. Kiman Mudu Duan Kiman Mudun Kulina se. Gura Naga Garni, Naga Garni Kulina se. Christmas Punchito. Nutun one shop document Kulina se. Eja Jagana Sajole 20-30 opode Kulije. Are you the Kia? That is original night. So, that mixed laga Mutokane. American DUC এটো মুভ করা দলে তো আমি কান পাবলিক কারণে করে আছে যদি এটো NLTP এক ডিমাপুর ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কারণে এটো লিভ করে দিছে বলিবি তাতে লাইসেন্স কি করিবি কি করিব কি সিস্টেম করিব এটো আমি কান লাগা হাত নাই এটো গভর্নমেন্ট লাগা পড়ে আছে এটো কারণে আমি কান ডিমান্ড করা তো ডিমাপুর ডিস্ট্রিক্ট লাগা তো NLTP একটো হাদাই দিবি ডিমাপুর গভর্নমেন্ট পৰা কি সিস্টেম পৰা চলাবো এটো তো চলাইলে ভালো যাব আমি কান তাতে আমি স্ট্যান্ড করে আছে আমি কান সব এটা কলোনি হলিবি আমি কান চেক করে লিবি আরবান এরিয়া আছে আমি কান জানি আছে রেস্টুরেন্ট আমার আছে সব খোলা আছে ওপেন আছে সেই কহিমা ইজ অলসো ওপেন আমি কান সব জানি আছে এটা 35-6 years এটা NLTP act এটা কি হয়েছে আমি কান তো ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করি এটা তো NLTP act পরে কি করেছে এটা আমি কান এটো গভর্নমেন্ট পৰা জানিব লাগে সদায় সিভিল সোসাইটি কান বৈশাট কৰিবলৈ ৰখি নাথাকিব লাগে কিন্তু কৰিবলৈ আছে গভৰ্নমেন্টে ভাবি কান কাৰণে কৰিব লাগে সদায় সিভিল সোসাইটি বৈশাট কৰা নাই এটো পাৰ্ট তো সিভিল সোসাইটি বৈশাট কৰা নাই এটো এনে ৰাখিবি চেটো ৰাখিবি এফালে তো সিভিল সোসাইটি এটো কৰা নাই একো বৈশাট নাই চেটো ৰাখিবি এটো লাভ কথা নহয় গভৰ্নমেন্ট আছে পাব্লিক কাৰণে থাকি আছে কি তো ভাল আছে কৰি দিলে ভাল নহলে তো এটা নাগালেন্ডে চাবি একটা রাস্তা শুধু বনাবো যদি ডিপার্টমেন্ট পৰা গভর্নমেন্ট পৰা কন্ট্রাক্টর ব্লেম কৰিব কন্ট্রাক্টর পৰা গভর্নমেন্টে ব্লেম কৰিব কাম তো একটা বি সাকসেস নহয় আৰু পাব্লিক পৰা বৈচাৰ কৰিলে পাব্লিক পৰা এডুকেশন কৰিব কইলে তাতে স্টার্ট কৰে এটা আমি নাগালেন্ডে চাবি হর্নবিল পঞ্চুবলে আছে লিপস্টিক মারি আছে সব কিমান মইনা চলিব আমি কান রাস্তা কিমান মইনা চলিব সে ডিমাপুর সিটি এটা ডেভেলপমেন্ট আরবান লাগাতে আমি কৈ থাকি কৈ নাইছে ইয়াতে স্পেশালি ইয়াতে সিটি টাওয়ার কোর্ট জাংশন কোর্ট চারালি জাংশন এটা কি লাগা সিচুয়েশন তো রাস্তা তো এটা গাড়ি পৰা বেৰালিবি এটা নম্বর 1 বেৰাব লাগে নম্বর 1 পৰা গাড়ি চলাব লাগে এনেকা তাক আছে তো এটো বি টেন্ডারটো মারিছে কইছে তখন তাক বি যাবি কাম তো দেখাই নাই এটো কারণে আজি আমি কান ডিওসি সে বেতে বহাদো এটো বি একটা সিভিল সোসাইটি আমি কান পাবলিক কারণে এটো বয়স করে আছে আমি কান আজি কি এজেন্ডা আনিছে কি মিডিয়া লোক দেখি আমি কান আনিছে এটো গভর্নমেন্ট পৰা বি তখন তো উনি দিলে ভাল আছে
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter.